So we know the third of the Champions Cup semi-finalists now. The games for Saturday are done and dusted. The full-time whistle has gone at Franklin's Gardens. Northampton against the Bulls. Look away if you don't want to know the score. But it's a massive congratulations, Northampton Saints. What was it? 59 points to 22, the final score. An absolute beatdown. And Saints were at their scintillating best. Yes, it was a weakened Bulls team. Yes, they left, 11 Springboks back in Pretoria. I want to park that particular topic and the stories that have been circulating today about disrespecting the competition. I'm just going to park that, okay? And I'm not going to talk about that on this video. I'm going to do a separate video in a minute. As soon as I finish this, I'm going to do another video covering that off because I think that's worthy of talking about. But I want to make this purely about the rugby and not let what was a fantastic performance by Northampton and a really fantastic season that's opening up for them. I don't want to get in the way of that. And I just want to put rugby front and centre on this one. I'm Tim, this is Egg Chasers. If you love your rugby, give the video a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. How far can Saints go? They've got, now we know, Leinster at Croke Park in a semi-final in a few weeks' time. They might as well just have a go on that day and roll the dice because it's what Saints do. They are wired to attack. And they attacked from minute one and right through. I lost count of the number of tries. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Was it 10? No, it can't be 10 tries. I must have that wrong. 9 tries? 8 tries? A lot of tries were scored. And James Ram ghosted through the defence to score the first one. To be fair, in terms of ghosting through defensive, Cam Hanacom, I've been excited to see him play. He's been injured for a while. He looked like he'd never been away. Man alive, what an athlete he is. Look at the shoulders on the man, and he ghosted past Courtney Laws from a which is no easy thing to do, from a scrum, wheels, then stripped Northampton of possession, then managed to run over Courtney Laws to score a try. Again, no easy thing to do. Very few people manage that. And look, the shoulders on the man, and he barreled his way over. 7-all it was. Then Courtney Laws himself scored a try to make it 14-7. Great support line. Again, Finn Smith playing flat to the line. Just Northampton running, they just run such intelligent running lines at different angles, making it almost impossible to defend. And now what they've got is Finn Smith, a man who will just pick the right option at the right time. There's just everyone's in sync there, and it's fantastic to watch, isn't it? And it was Alex Coles busting through the hole. Courtney Laws is the decoy runner, but then turned support runner, went over for the try in the end. Ollie Slightholme, I mean, what strength. He is a big, strong boy. Rapid as well. And he managed to, he looked like they were stretching away at that point. 21 points to 10 they were up. 28 points to 10 they were up when Alex Mitchell scored. And 4 tries, you're thinking, right, well, this game is done. But Akker van der Merwe did what Akker van der Merwe does, the angry warthog. And he was busting down the wide move. I live in Manchester and I've seen him do that a bunch of times up the road at Sale Sharks when he was there. He's now doing it in Bulls colours and looking very, very good. Where is Akker van der Merwe on the South African hooker depth chart? Number 5, number 6? I mean, it's just frightening levels of talent. Because again, Johan Grobbelaar didn't travel and he's a proper player as well, isn't he? Or was he on the bench? Am I getting that right? Anyway, South Africa are stacked. But I mean, if he was English, I think he'd be not far off the England team. Good player. And then they hit back again when it was Seb de Klerk. And that was a 14-point swing. And this made it a 6-point game, 28-22, as it was at half-time in the match. This felt like a huge moment. Northampton just had to pick the right pass and they were walking in. They went for the miracle pass and gave the ball straight to Seb de Klerk. 6-point game. And after all the talk of a weakened team, all the talk of the Bulls throwing in the towel in the competition, and there they were at half-time, 6 points down. And it felt even more significant because Northampton turned down 3 points, kick at goal, went for the corner, and then turned over the ball. So there'd been a 14-point swing, then they left points out there. So that was like 17-point swing, effectively, in the Bulls' favour just before half-time. However, it was Northampton who hit factory reset and just came out all guns blazing. The coaches went in at half-time. Phil Dowson's face was a picture. He was like, oh man, what's happened? We were cruising, but they ended up cruising in the end. They got up to great picture from Alex Coles. But he can have whatever picture he wants when he runs lines and runs lines the way he does. He is such a brilliant athlete, and yeah, class player, and he's just coming alive in this Northampton team. James Ram again, bearing in mind without George Furbank, who was so good for England, and they've just got guys like this who just do exactly the same thing. And when you think about other players that they haven't even got, Tom Pearson, they've got some props that can come in. They've got some real talent. They're going to be a challenge for Leinster. Mind you, Leinster were pretty handy themselves earlier, weren't they? Fraser Dingwall scored a try. And then, do you know what? If I'm perfectly honest, it was 47-22 at this point. And I started to switch off, and it was Joano Augustus and Alex Mitchell got another try, didn't they? Final score, 59-22. It was a beatdown. It wasn't quite the spectacle we wanted to see. But I'd rather just focus on the positives, that Northampton are playing fantastic rugby. They're a joy to watch. That Franklin's Garden pitch is brilliant. The crowd are coming out and getting right behind their team. It's a town in England, and there aren't many of these, where rugby is the number one. And it's Bath and Northampton and Gloucester are special towns for that. Leicester to a lesser degree. They've obviously got the football team there. Cricket's massive in Leicester, but it's just the special times going on at the minute. And they've been building slowly. They've got their youth set up, sorted, and all these young English guys are coming through, and now they're playing a brand of rugby under Phil Dowson, under Sam Vesty, that you just want to watch. And I'm so happy that they're in the final four in the Champions Cup. And whatever happens in Dublin, I just hope they go there and just roll the dice, back themselves, and have a crack. Because win, lose, draw, they've had a brilliant season already. They have got nothing to lose. Why not just go out on your feet in Dublin? They round off Saturday's Champions Cup rugby. Toulouse v Exeter comes tomorrow, and I hope Exeter watching Northampton tonight and just think, do you know what have we got to lose? Let's have a go. But Northampton do advance, and they deserve to as well. Your comments down below, give the video a thumbs up. I will see you on the next one, which will be a video that I'm going to do right now about the Bulls and the team that they selected.